Hello friends, welcome back to Technique. In this video, we will be doing a detailed camera review of the Poco F8 Ultra. Now Poco F8 Ultra is the latest flagship device from Poco. Although it is not launched in India, it is launched globally, and this comes with a really good camera setup. It has a great hardware, it's a proper triple camera setup, and you get the powerful Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. That's a chip powering this device, and on top of that Android 16, and you get HyperOS 3.0. Now let's go straight into the camera hardware to see how it performs. So before that, if this is your first time on this channel, do hit that red subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish. So let's look at the hardware. Now this camera comes with a 50 megapixel shooter. It's a Light Fusion 950 sensor. It's an OmniVision sensor, f1.67 aperture, 23 mm focal length, and there is optical image stabilization included. Now the secondary camera is a 50 megapixel Samsung ISOCELL JN5 sensor with f3.0 aperture, and you also get optical image stabilization, and it is capable of 5x optical zoom. That's something which is really improved over the previous generation. The third camera is a 50 megapixel OmniVision sensor. It's an ultra wide angle camera, f2.4 aperture and 18 mm focal length. The ultra wide angle camera comes with fixed focus only. Now the front camera is a 32 megapixel OmniVision sensor, f2.46 aperture, and you get once again fixed focus here. So that's the camera hardware. Let's go straight into the camera samples to see how it performs. So first let's have a look at the daylight captures. So in terms of daylight condition, you can see that the Poco F8 Ultra produces great details. The sharpness levels is excellent, and the dynamic range is also very impressive. This is probably the best Poco device in terms of camera abilities. The contrast is nice, it's rich and wide, and also the colors are really nice. Although there is vividness to the images, it is not really saturated or over boosting the colors, and overall the balance is really good on this device. Probably one of the great cameras from Poco in recent time, and that camera definitely shines up with excellent details and sharpness levels. That's one of the good things about the Poco F8 Ultra camera, excellent quality offered. So overall the Poco F8 Ultra impresses with the primary shooter. Now let's move on to the ultra wide angle camera. This is very similar to the primary camera. The colors are almost similar. There isn't much to differentiate. The details and sharpness is also good. And overall, I would say the ultra wide angle camera does a really impressive job with details and sharpness levels. So there isn't anything to complain here in terms of ultra wide angle camera. Now moving on to the telephoto lens. Now the 5x telephoto lens once again impresses us with great details, great sharpness levels. The colors are nice and wide. The contrast looks really good. The overall quality from the 5x shot looks very impressive, and that's one of the specialty. Last year we had 2.5x zoom. This year we have almost doubled 5x optical zoom, and this produces amazing results. And once again the telephoto lens with great dynamic range, great details, and overall quality definitely looks good. So once again Poco has done an exceptional job with respect to the telephoto lens, and the quality is definitely great. Now you can also use the telephoto lens for close-up images, and although the focal length is minimum focusing distance is around 30 centimeter, it still can do tele-macro captures. Although you can't go too close, but you can still shoot some really good macro captures with the 5x zoom offered, and also the super macro mode available. So overall the quality of the shots taken with this device is really good, and it's a great camera out there. Now let's move on to the portraits. Now by default, when you turn on the portrait mode, it switches to the 5x telephoto lens, but you can take 1x and 2x as well using the primary camera. The portraits are come really great. The skin tones are really excellent, and overall the edge detection and the bokeh drop off looks really good. We have shot most of these on f2.8 aperture, and you can see that the edge detection is impressive, and overall clarity looks great, and the subject looks really impressive. The skin tones are rendered really well, and the overall clarity definitely looks good. You can also play around with additional filters available. One of them is black and white filter, which really impresses us with the options available, and overall I would say the portraits come really impressive. The skin tones are great, and one of the really good portrait cameras from Poco with the Poco F8 Ultra. Now let's move on to the low light. Once again, the primary camera impresses us with the low light captures. They are clean, devoid of any noise. The sharpness levels are impressive. The dynamic range looks good. The overall details it brings in is really impressive, and noise is contained, and as a result you can see that the images are clean, great sharpness levels, great quality. Even the color rendering is also really impressive. So once again I would say Poco has done an impressive job in terms of camera abilities. Even the low light experience with even the telephoto lens also looks great. The ultra wide angle camera low light experience was also very much similar. So overall all the three cameras performed really well in terms of the low light conditions, and it offers great details, and the noise levels are kept to minimum. That's one good thing with this camera. Let's move on to the selfie camera. The 32 megapixel selfie camera once again produces great dynamic range. Skin tones are nice and wide. The overall color quality looks good, and even the overall clarity and colors looks great with the selfie shooter. So once again Poco has done a really impressive job with the selfie camera. Now even the portrait selfies also turned out to be pretty good with good edge detection offered. So overall I would say the selfie camera is definitely good. Often Poco devices are not known for great camera experience, but with the Poco F8 Ultra, Xiaomi has done an impressive job in terms of overall selfie experience and also the rear camera experience. So there is hardly anything to complain in terms of the camera experience. Now moving on to the video recording, you can do 4K 60 FPS and there is also 8K support available. The 4K 60 FPS footage looks really nice. There is great details on offer, great dynamic range. The overall stabilization also worked really well. So I would say the video quality at 4K 30 FPS and even the 4K 60 FPS looks really good. The stability is something which is really impressive, and overall the dynamic range and the sharpness levels and the details with the primary camera looks really impressive. So that's the primary 50 megapixel shooter. Now if you look at the telephoto lens, once again you can see that 4K 60 FPS footage looks pretty good. There is good details and sharpness levels. Even while panning you don't see much of jitter, and the overall quality looks good. The stabilization is done well. Now the ultra wide angle camera also is very similar. You get 4K 60 FPS. Once again the stabilization is done extremely well, and the details and sharpness levels are quite good. So video recording is also pretty good on this camera. So this is the sample taken using the front camera on the Poco F8 Ultra. It can record videos in 4K 30 FPS. That's the maximum supported. So you can judge yourself how good the quality of the video is and also the audio output. So there is 4K 30 FPS and 1080p 60 FPS using the front facing camera on the Poco F8 Ultra. So that is a detailed camera review of the Poco F8 Ultra. So summing up, Poco has done an impressive job with the cameras on the Poco F8 Ultra. Till date we haven't had a great Poco device in terms of camera experience, but with the Poco F8 Ultra things have changed, and this was mentioned by the Poco official during the launch that they will be looking at better camera experience going forward, and Poco F8 Ultra is a first step in that, and this truly shines in terms of camera experience. We hardly have anything to complain, especially the pricing it is being offered. This is an exceptional camera from Poco in terms of overall experience, be it the primary, the ultra wide, or the telephoto lens, or the macros, or the portraits, or even the selfie camera, and also the video recording. There is hardly anything to complain. Although it may not be the perfect camera out there in all the conditions, it will definitely work out for most users, and probably the best camera smartphone from Poco till date in terms of flagship experience. So that was my experience with the Poco F8 Ultra. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit the subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.